Hello. I'm reading another Franklin book. I'm pretty sure I have every Franklin book in the whole series, so you're going to see a lot of Franklin books. But again, these were Vincent and Blair's favorite books to read when they were small. Franklin and the Computer. Franklin had always lived in the same house, in the same town. He had grown up with lots of friends. He saw them every day at school and he played with them every day at home. But when Beaver got a new computer game, Franklin couldn't think about anything or anyone else. The problem started one day after school. Bear wanted to play tag. "Count me out," said Beaver. "I'm going to play dam builders on my computer." "Count me out too," Bear said Franklin. "I have to tidy my room." "What about our soccer practice tonight?" Bear asked. "I'll be there," Franklin promised. Franklin and Beaver walked home together. Beaver couldn't stop talking about dam builders. "Can I watch you play?" Franklin asked. "I can tidy my room later." "Only if you keep quiet," Beaver said. "I need to concentrate." But when they got to Beaver's house, Franklin couldn't keep quiet. "Watch out! No, go that way! Look out!" he cried. Beaver glared at him. Finally, Franklin asked for a turn. "Not until I get by the swamp monster," Beaver replied. But a minute later, Beaver's mother said it was supper time. "You can come back afterwards," she told Franklin. Franklin ran home. He tidied up his room and he gobbled up his supper. Then he ran all the way back to Beaver's. "That was fast," exclaimed Beaver's mother. "We're not quite finished eating yet." "I don't mind," replied Franklin. "I can play dam builders while Beaver's eating." Franklin started the game. It didn't take long for him to get to level 2. Soon Beaver sat down beside him. "My turn," she said. "But I'm almost past the swamp monster, argued Franklin. "So was I," Beaver argued back. Just then Beaver's mother called her to help wash the dishes. Franklin kept playing. The next morning, Franklin sat beside Bear on the school bus. "Where were you last night?" Bear asked. "You missed our soccer practice." "Oh no," Franklin groaned. "I forgot all about it. I was busy playing dam builders at Beaver's." "We're having another practice tonight," Bear told him. "I'll be there," replied Franklin. "Don't worry." After school, Franklin went to Beaver's house. Beaver told him that she had made it to level 3 of dam builders. "Wow," exclaimed Franklin. "Could I have a try?" "Maybe later," said Beaver. "Let's go swimming first." "Please, Beaver," begged Franklin, "just for a few minutes." Beaver agreed, but once Franklin started, he didn't want to stop. Beaver scowled and went outside. Franklin played until Beaver's mother shooed him home. The next day, Bear marched over to Franklin's desk. "You missed soccer practice again, Franklin," he said. Franklin slumped down in his seat. "I'm sorry," he said. "I was playing dam builders. I almost got by the swamp monster." "You never play with me anymore," Bear said. "I'll play with you tonight," Franklin promised. After supper, Franklin set off for Bear's house. Halfway there, he had an idea. "I'll just see what Beaver's doing," he thought. "Maybe she'll want to play with us." Franklin turned and ran down to the pond. He knocked on Beaver's door. "Beaver's not here," said her mother, "but you can come in and play dam builders if you want." "Well, maybe just for a minute," Franklin replied. "Then I have to go to Bear's." When Beaver got home, Franklin was still playing dam builders. "What are you doing here?" Beaver demanded. "I came to get you," answered Franklin. "Do you want to come to Bear's with me?" "I've been playing with Bear for hours," replied Beaver. "We looked everywhere for you." "Uh-oh," moaned Franklin, but then he cheered up. "I'll say sorry to Bear tomorrow," he said. "Right now I'll finish this game." Beaver marched over to the computer and turned it off. "What are you doing?" cried Franklin. "I was battling the swamp monster." "I don't care," said Beaver. "You don't care about being my friend. You don't care about being Bear's friend. You just want to play dam builders." "That's not true," replied Franklin. He got up and stomped off home. By morning, Franklin had a plan. "I'm going to play with Bear all weekend," he decided. "That'll show Beaver." But when he called on Bear, his mother said he'd gone to Beaver's house. He said something about building a dam, she told him. "What?" exclaimed Franklin. "That isn't fair." He headed home all alone. Franklin was crossing the bridge when he heard lots of shouts and laughter. "Franklin," called Bear, "come and play with us." Beaver and Bear were in the pond. They were swimming back and forth carrying branches. We're playing real dam builders, exclaimed Beaver. Franklin laughed and jumped into the water. I thought you were both mad at me, he said. Well, maybe a little, answered Bear. We just want you to play with us, said Beaver, not my computer game. Franklin smiled. It's a deal, he said. Suddenly, Franklin had an idea. He picked up a stick and roared, and then he chased his friends across the pond. Franklin forgot about the swamp monster in Dam Builders. He was having too much fun playing swamp monsters with his friends. Sweet dreams. See you next time.